Put the kids to sleep. Take the phone off the hook and ignore that email that just came in. Because as you watch this short 15-minute wealth report that I must tell you won't be online for long, I'll open your eyes to a hidden, almost secret market that can multiply your money 425%, 566%, even 1,150%. And it's important you know something right up front. I'm not about to tell you about a big-ticket trading course. I'm not going to ask you for a monthly subscription to an overhyped investment newsletter. And I'd never insult your time with some magic piece of trading software that'll make you a gazillionaire overnight. No, what I'm sharing with you today is a world away from all the usual nonsense. And most important of all, it's something ordinary investors, people just like you, are using to lock down triple-digit returns on their money. Returns like 136%, 362%, and 425%. Huge gains that almost force you to rub your eyes to believe they're actually real. The best part? If you started off with very limited capital, even as little as $200 in seed money, you can do this. If stock market jargon makes your head hurt, no problem. You can do this. Heck, even if you've never even traded a baseball card before, I'm 100% sure you can do this. Because as I'll prove, although the last decade has been a multi-trillion-dollar bloodbath for ordinary investors, others have escaped without a scratch. With my help, they've ridden a hidden, almost secret market to the fastest gains anywhere in the financial universe. And now it's your turn to join them. In fact, very soon I'm going to show you a real-life example of how with zero trading experience and almost no risk, $1,000, true chump change in investing terms, can, in 5 simple steps, turn into a golden parachute worth an amazing, $5.7 million, or $5,736,354 to be more exact. And I'll promise you now, it won't sound so unbelievable in a moment, because you'll soon see how every penny of potential profit can be traced back to Wall Street's best-kept secret. Penny stocks. Bought and sold for less than $5 a share, these fast-gaining stocks trade on well-known exchanges like the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. But let's not dance around the bad press these stocks receive. You've probably heard that penny stocks can be richly lucrative investments, but that they're also notoriously risky. Well, I can confirm something for you right now. The vast majority of penny stocks are risky. In fact, I'll happily go further than that. After grinding the numbers on thousands of penny stocks over the years, I'll shout it from the rooftops. About 97.32% of penny stocks are trash. They're worse than just bad investments. They're radioactive to your prospects of growing old without money worries. But here's why you should scoot to the edge of your chair and pay attention to the rest of this short video. Not all penny stocks are duds. Far from it. About 2.68% are the titans of tomorrow. Small, innovative companies who are about to careen up the stock market growth chart. Hi, this is Nathan Gold, the penny stock egghead. And as my loyal subscriber family knows so well, penny stocks that survive the proprietary gauntlet of analytical obstacles I throw in their path can quickly accelerate in value 362%. And when I say quickly, I mean it. You can sometimes watch them spike in price in as little as 14 days. Yes, only 2 weeks. You might not get that kind of return from a household name blue chip stock if you held it for 2 decades. And I know that unless you're someone like me who follows the markets almost 24/7, this next stat is going to blow your mind. You might know about the decade-long implosion of the S&P 500, the index that tracks the performance of expensive blue-chip stocks like Coca-Cola Company and eBay. It's advertised by Wall Street as the ordinary investor's best friend, but instead, it's become their retirement killer. Right in front of their eyes, it's pulverized a mind-boggling $9.6 trillion of investor wealth into worthless rubble. Yes, that's trillion with a T. And if that's not bad enough, let me really put this lost decade into disturbing perspective. On average, if you invested in this S&P debacle, you watched each of your hard-earned dollars shrink, all the way down to 79 cents. That's more than just a dream-crushing negative return on your money. That's grand larceny. But as many Americans have fallen victim to this stock market robbery, others have found it easy to protect and grow their money, locking in gains of 136%, 400%, even 425%. Their success may have blown the minds of their friends and family, but the reality is, these ordinary Americans shocked themselves. Because it's safe to say, many started out intimidated by the mere thought of trading a stock, only to discover that it's much simpler than Wall Street insiders want you to know. How simple? As simple as making a short phone call or clicking your mouse a few times on a website. And because they took action, these everyday Americans have become the unexpected winners in the race to wealth. Their prize? Instant investment income, and a growing nest egg that can support every wish they have for their family's future. Every single wish. It's not going too far to say, those who wisely invest in high-quality penny stocks have every right to ask, what recession? And here's why. Since April 2000, the value of the S&P 600, the index that tracks small-cap penny stock companies, has roared up 117%. Remember that in the very same time span, pricey household name stocks destroyed $9.6 trillion of hard-won wealth. Yet, unknown to most investors, as the rest of our economy tanked, these overlooked penny dynamos hung tough, dishing out returns of 362%, 566%, and 1,150%. The best part is, this is nothing new. Jaw-dropping profits have been secretly flowing from penny stocks for decades. Tom Gardner, an investing historian, states that small-cap stocks have substantially outperformed the overall market over the past 40 years. That's right, these under-the-radar stocks that sell for less than $5 a share, and often for literally pennies, have been the most explosive investments in any portfolio since back in the good old days. Back when gas was only 36 cents a gallon, and a visit to the Exxon didn't feel like a mugging. But I know what you're asking yourself. Since these dirt-cheap stocks can soar in value so fast, why don't I hear about them on CNBC or Fox Business? That's a great question with an easy answer. Penny stocks remain a hidden and almost secret wealth creator for one important reason. They're simply too small for the big investment banks to trade. See, in theory, investment banks could buy hundreds of millions of penny stock shares at once. However, if they did, they'd come up against an insurmountable problem. Their big order would skyrocket the share price, stealing their potential profits. So, because bloated profits aren't on the table, the big bankers simply don't show up. That's why they're always wallflowers at this almost secret profit party. What's more, since the financial media are in the pockets of the big banks, they don't point their cameras at penny stocks, however eye-popping their returns. It's no wonder so few people know about penny stocks, or take advantage of their dizzying climbs in price. And you know what? It's actually better this way, because it lets us monopolize these almost secret stocks for ourselves. You know, let's back up for 1 second. I want you to really imagine this. I mean, really go there in your head. How different would life be today if you'd got in early on a Goliath like Walmart when it was a little-known upstart? What about Cisco? Microsoft? Dell? You know how life turned out for early investors in these Wall Street darlings. They live high off the hog, financially set for the rest of their lives, but only because they got in quick and early. They acted before the investing masses jumped on, shooting the share price from dirt cheap to downright extortion. Now, these high-priced old hands have seen their best days when it comes to handing investors explosive paydays. Penny stocks, on the other hand, have math firmly on their side when it comes to banking lightning-fast gains. For example, say a penny stock rises 20 cents, from 3 cents a share to 23 cents a share. What seems like a small 20-cent gain in price is actually a giant 666% gain, and enough to turn a $1,000 stake into $7,666. You could find a way to spend that, right? Now, on the other hand, let's say you invest in a blue-chip stock. A single share could easily cost you as much as $350, and in some cases, much more. Only this time, using the same example of a 20-cent increase in price, you don't make out like any type of bandit. You make out more like a beggar. Because although a 20-cent price increase rocketed your penny stock holdings from $1,000 to $7,666, it doesn't do the same for your blue chip stock. It only turns the same $1,000 stake into $1,000.57. Yes, you're a pathetic 57 cents richer. That's not going to put the kids through college. Really, you'd make more money holding out a plastic cup on a street corner. And whether it's Apple, Walmart, or any other company in the dusty blue chip brigade, odds are none of them are going to see their stock rocket by 362% like one of my picks achieved in a matter of only 14 pulse-pounding days. This little engine that could was overlooked, undervalued, and almost totally undiscovered, even by me. It found its way into my subscribers' hands because it gutted out every analytical test of strength I threw in its path. See, it was among the rare breed of penny stocks that ace what my subscribers fondly call Gold's Gauntlet. The proprietary numbers grinder I insist every penny stock survive before it even becomes a candidate for intense review. Now you're probably starting to see why my subscribers have given me my Egghead moniker. I'm a card-carrying numbers nerd. For me, the stock market, in all its complex numeric beauty, is the baddest math puzzle on the planet. And most importantly for you, it's an ever-changing puzzle I wake up each morning determined to solve. In fact, you might even say we've already met. Yep, I'm that dorky guy in school you used to sneak answers off of during brain-frying calculus exams. Only now things have changed. Now you can ethically steal all my investing answers without visiting the principal's office. And what I want to share with you now is something pretty extraordinary. Because right now, I want to show you how $1,000 turns into $5.7 million, and in just 5 simple steps. But before we see how this amazing trade wave plays out, let's address what you and I are both thinking. Is this a likely scenario? In just 5 simple steps, should you or any other investor hope to turn $1,000 into $5.7 million? And the answer to my eyes is clear. Absolutely not. The chance of stringing these trades together, then snowballing every dollar of profit forward, well, it would be like filling out a 100% accurate March Madness office pool. The odds are slim, to say the least. So why am I sharing this hypothetical demonstration? Well, so you can get a taste of the full potential of receiving my 1 trade a week penny picks. That said, these trades are actual picks in chronological order that I've shared with my family of subscribers. And remember, just because this is improbable doesn't mean it's impossible and that it couldn't happen one day. Couldn't happen to you. Step 1. See $1,000 become $4,625. Sometimes a company's numbers almost grab me by the shirt collar and demand I delve deeper. That was the case with AXTG, a spitfire of a lighting technology company that was overdue a breakout from 75 cents. Just 2 weeks after I alerted my subscribers, that breakout arrived. A 362.67% return later, and the stock had risen to $3.47, which meant your starting stake of $1,000 is now worth $4,625. With this new money in the bank, you can pay off a credit card, or take that trip to Europe you've put off for decades. But before we go further, let's pause for a quick moment to assess what just happened. You just felt the rush of a winner, but it pays to play it safe. The smart penny stock investor that you're about to become will pull their initial investment out of harm's way. Plus, if you're really smart, you ring the register and take profit. So, you don't just pull out your initial $1,000 stake, you also remove $1,000 of pure profit for a 100% return. This savvy investing safeguard means you get to relax and enjoy the ride. And why shouldn't you? Your initial stake is safely back in your pocket. You've doubled your money. And now, from here on out, you're playing with $2,625 of house money. Step 2. Watch $2,625 become $32,812. Who's to thank for this 5-figure cash dump into your bank account? It's the folks at International Gas and Oil Holdings, IOGH, who develop oil and gas reserves in Tennessee. When I spotted them, their metrics were magical, yet they were all but invisible to the financial press. I knew this couldn't last long. Investors would eventually catch on, forcing the price to scream up like Thor's sledge hammering a carnival strongman bell. Wasting no time, I shot my subscribers a heads up. Over the next 3 months, here's what happened. A company that once traded at 2 cents a share didn't just blast past the 10-cent profit barrier, it space shuttled all the way to 25 cents, securing an out-of-this-world 1,150% gain. This means your $2,625 just exploded into $32,812, and a host of possibilities now open up for you. Now you can make a down payment on a house. You can pay off all your student loans. Or you can bless your driveway with that new Audi you've had your eye on. Step 3. $32,812 becomes $164,060. Have you noticed? You eclipsed the six-figure mark, and after only 3 trades. The catalyst? CNWI, an undiscovered San Francisco-based medical tech company. They're the brains behind breakthrough trans-telephonic technology that lets doctors easily monitor patients with abnormal heart rhythms. When I made this pick, it raced breathlessly to a 400% return. And of course, this means your $32,812 balloons to $164,060. Now you're knee-deep in starter home territory. Or you're adding that master suite addition to the house you already own. And just for fun, throw in a pool. Step 4. $164,060 now becomes $1,092,639. Interrogate the trading charts for long enough, and in my experience, they'll direct you to huge hidden profits. That's what happened with me and GTXO. The stock had taken a beating since 2008, but I saw a pattern others missed. At a dozen spots on the charts, the stock had hit a slide and been written off, only to bounce back 150% to 200%. So I waited for the next downside, ran the numbers to make sure. Then when the tumble came, my subscribers, as always, were first to know. Only this time, GTXO didn't just leap back a couple 100%. It trampolined 566%. And that fast, your $164,060 is now over $1 million. $1,092,639 to be precise. Now we're talking about change your life and change the world money. You can fully fund your retirement. You can stockpile a massive college fund and give your kids all the opportunity they could ever wish for. Step 5. Multi-million-dollar status secured. $1,092,639 becomes $5,736,354. When GPRLF hit my radar, silver had just struck a 30-year high. So when this undiscovered silver producer crossed my desk, I went to work. My analysis confirmed it. This was a penny powerhouse primed to explode. And boy, did it ever. So much that GPRLF joined the big dogs when it graduated to the American Stock Exchange in February of 2011, trading under the ticker symbol GPL. So, a fat 425% return later, and what once began as a small 1,000 stake is now a life-altering $5,736,354. Now your family is financially secure. You've gotten to the point where the money doesn't mean a thing. And isn't that what this is all about? The day when money becomes an afterthought. Just 5 trades from today, and this is your new life. It's like every day is a dream you don't want to wake up from. And it came to be without taking any risk whatsoever. After you pulled out your initial investment and took a 100% profit. But it gets even better, because your timing in being here today is nothing less than impeccable. Merrill Lynch studied the 18 bear markets since the 1930s and discovered something every investor would be smart to heed. In the 12 months following each decline, Merrill Lynch found that small companies were a savvy investor's secret weapon, posting average gains of 41.4%. Further yet, history shows that some of Wall Street's biggest success stories have sprung out of tough economic times. Microsoft was born out of Bill Gates and Paul Allen's refusal to bow to the business-killing recession of 1975. Procter & Gamble stormed out of the stock market panic of 1837. IBM and GE were founded during the Long Depression that lasted from 1873 to 1896. Hyatt Hotels, IHOP, and Burger King first opened their doors during the Eisenhower recession of 1957 and 58. FedEx was founded smack dab in the middle of the oil crisis of 1971. Hewlett-Packard bootstrapped their way to success in 1939, right as the Great Depression ravaged America's wealth. And what's more, Revlon Cosmetics burst into life in 1932, the gloomiest year of the Great Depression when unemployment was more than double what it is now. And I can tell you this, the future kings of Wall Street have already caught my eye. Each is a cocky young upstart winning the staring contest with our current Great Recession. If the numbers keep quietly trending as they are, these underpriced bulls are primed to stampede up the charts. And I want you to profit every inch of the way. Will you be in the right place at the right time to collect the proceeds of their rapid-fire business growth? The good news is, because you're watching this video, you already are. And best of all, you can join my subscriber family today with absolutely no risk. Here's why. I'm giving you a totally risk-free 8-week trading test drive to put my penny picks through their paces. I'm taking all the risk off your shoulders and putting it onto mine. That's why, at the end of our 8-week trading test drive, you must be 100% thrilled by the profits you're seeing, or I insist you write me for a full refund of your first 2 monthly $97 payments. Hang on. Hold those horses. Let's scratch the idea of $97 monthly payments. That would add up to over $1,000 a year. That's a lot to ask these days, even if it grows your money at a triple-digit rate. How about this instead? For those of you who act fast, I'll give you unlimited lifetime access to every penny stock Egghead pick for only one payment of just $97. That's right, you won't pay another cent, ever. And you can join other penny stock Egghead subscribers with zero risk to your money. Because, if you prefer, you can paper trade my picks for as long as you like. If you're a new investor, paper trading simply means until you see just how much profit you're missing out on, you can track the prices of my penny picks risk-free without investing any real money. However, be warned, you won't want a paper trade for too long. Not when the picks I send you can spike in price so quickly. It's tough not to get in on the fun when you see everyone else's pennies turning into $100 bills. One thing though, I need you to promise me something. You must be blown away by the profits you're seeing, or I absolutely insist you write me for a 100% refund of your money. With the clear understanding that there's no risk to you whatsoever, you can click the link under this video and get started immediately. You deserve to finally claim your slice of the stock market pie. And what better way to do it than by hitching your wagon to the fastest moving investments in the financial world? Remember, to get started, you need no investing experience. You don't need to know any complicated jargon. All you need is a hunger for a better life. A better life for you. A better life for your family. As you move forward, although I can't offer you investment advice, I guarantee that I will make you a better investor. I will do it by gifting you, in the form of my prized penny picks, an unfair advantage as you decide where to invest your money for maximum returns. And don't forget, you can act today with full confidence and peace of mind. Even if you're 2 full months out from right now, on the very last evening of your 60-day trading test drive, for any reason whatsoever, if you decide that you want to get 100% of your money back, it truly couldn't be any easier. Even if your banking returns of 362%, 566%, and 1,150% on your money, a simple email will put every cent you invest to sign up today back in your pocket, not one question asked. I know you'll agree, you simply can't get more fair than that. It's time to start the ball rolling. Because you're acting fast, you can get my 1 trade a week picks for only $97. That's it. Period. No monthly payments. In fact, you never pay another cent. Imagine how fast just one winning pick could cover your tiny investment today, 1,000 times over. Look, trashy penny stocks and disreputable promoters have given the entire penny stock industry a bad rap. That's why I'm protecting you today with such a granite-strong 100% money-back guarantee. And I insist you get started by paper trading my picks, 100% risk-free. There's no risk, no reason to wait, and absolutely nothing to lose. You've seen on this very page what others have to say about the one trade a week team. And don't forget, in this video I showed you real picks of real stocks that could have potentially turned $1,000 of your money into a massive $5,736,354. So what are you waiting for? I'm prepping some big picks at the moment and I want you to get in early on them. Go ahead, click on the link below this video and be next to join my subscriber family.